Speaking of ultimately disappointing,
Are we doing? Are we doing?
Is it over now?
the last episode aired
Are we doing
Yes.
Severance, everybody? Are we doing
Well,
spoilers?
Yeah, let's do spoilers.
last of the
Okay,
season. Anyway,
I'm going to
aired.
take my headset off then because I still haven't watched season 2.
We'll do a private chat when it's done. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Chat. There's going to be spoilers. Be warned. Severance finale. Apple TV Friday. There is spoilers. Okay. So who would like? Ian, do you want to go first, then, mate?
Yeah. This episode wasn't too bad, to tell you the truth. There's some really clever stuff in this, especially when God, what's the main character's name? I can't remember. He was
Mark.
talking to him. Mark was talking to himself, which I thought was really quite clever. There are other stuff in it as well that I just really pissed me off, and I think Price is going to know what I'm. If Price has seen this episode, he's going to know what
I've seen it, and I'm with you. Go on.
So there's this bit in it where the big
Spoilers
guy
incoming.
with the beard starts beating Mark up, and I'm sitting there going, "Come on, Mark, grab his balls, grab his eyes, come on, throw a punch, do something." Then this lady comes out with the goat thing, and she starts beating the crap out of him, and I'm like, "Oh, for Christ's sakes, bloody hell!" A woman beating up a man twice her size again. And Mark couldn't even lift a finger to defend himself. And I just thought to myself, oh, just seriously, why they keep doing this in our entertainment? Anyway, apart from that, the ending was, to me, was disappointing. I don't know where they're going to take it from this point on. What are they going to do? Also, they dragged out the episode. What is the point of that musical number? With Mr. Milkshake dancing and stuff like that. I was just thinking to myself, why are they dragging this out? Why? Do you know what I mean? So they can do that trick, so that he can go and find his wife. Do you know what I mean? And I just think to myself, I think I kind of believe in Price now. I think now that they finished this one and they want to go for a third season, what more can they do? What more can they do? They never explained anything in this episode. What are they doing with the goats? No explanation, right? There's loads of things that either means one thing or the other, but there's no clear reason for why these things happen. Do you know what I mean? You have to keep guessing at it. Do you know what I mean? So, but anyway, I'll stop there because
Price is right, is what you're saying.
I'm just saying that I think Price is just going to mirror what I'm saying, but let's find out, shall we?
Okay,
it was all right.
If I may, Prof.
Oh, no problem.
Have you seen it?
Oh yes, I did see it. Overall, I was much happier with this episode than I was the past 5 or 6 episodes. I didn't mind the start of the season. But the middle of the season was just a mess. Every episode, you'd get some breadcrumbs here. They would tell you something was going on, and then the next episode, oh, we're going to go over here and tell some side story about something else, whatever. It could have been edited. They could have driven these episodes in a different way, that we got some of the different stories all sort of put together in different episodes, rather than taking these huge diversions over here to tell whatever about this other character. And, taking whole, weeks away from some characters sometimes, and then other characters just disappearing from the story entirely. They really felt like they, for some reason, wanted to focus this season on the Innie Mark and his relationship with Helly. I don't understand why, but they really wanted to spend time with that. And then the interpersonal relationships being developed by the Innies. I guess they thought they were doing something very interesting and complex with this thing. I don't know, but overall, the last episode, much better than we had seen in the previous episodes. We did did get some answers to what's going on. We did find out what the sort of the fate of what the projects that he was working on with Cold Harbor. I think we kind of have learned that what's going on with all of the people who are severed, they're not just there doing work for this company. They're experiments. They're human experiments, and they're doing all sorts of stuff to mess with their heads and see if they can manipulate them in different ways. The Cold Harbor project essentially seems to have been an attempt to try to eliminate emotion as a problem, so they could then control people. They would not have any emotional reactions to anything. But a lot of that is guesswork, because they don't really explain it to you. They just kind of show you, and you have to read into it.
I don't
Overall,
think they were doing that. I think they were. Wasn't the experiment putting multiple characters within one's brain? That's what Cold Harbor was. Do you remember?
There were all of the other projects that he was working on, all of the other files that he had done, and I think all of those different ones were finding ways to manipulate her emotions in different ways, and because in what she was feeling in different places. Because one place she would be which she would feel fear, another place she would fear anger, another she would there were these different emotions that she was dealing with in these different places, and I think what they were trying to do is find a way to use this chip to actually manipulate someone's emotions, and the point of Cold Harbor was that you could eliminate them. You could actually just get rid of all of those emotions in a person. But and that would be something tied in with this religion, and where they want to control the four tempers or whatever. It's
guessing.
weird. It's
We're
weird.
guessing.
Well,
That's
I
the
mean,
whole
it is
problem with it.
it's implied, so you're not actually told what's going on. It's just implied. So yeah, I mean, it is just kind of guesswork, but that appears to be what they were going on there for. But yeah, and then it appears that the only thing that the goats are there for is to be used as sacrifices for weird religious rituals. It's very strange. Overall, I did not hate this episode. It did have a lot more in it. It had stuff that I felt like they should have spread out during the season in the story that they were telling. I did not like the ending of it at all.
Okay,
It's nonsense. The ending was nonsense.
What about Helly? Helly, what's her name? E, right? Was
Yeah.
it really Helly E, or was it the other woman that was there? Because I got confused. I don't know if you.
Well,
can...
yeah, and that's part of the problem, right? That they've set this up to where you don't actually know if it's her Audi or her Innie that's there.
Yeah.
Is it Helly or is it Helena? And I do think in the end it was supposed to be Helly
Right.
there. And then Mark, it's again spoilers, everybody, but Mark S, his Innie, decides to stay so he can be with Helly.
Yeah, but where's he going?
Yeah, exactly. What is he thinking more than 4 minutes ahead of, because is he just going to live the rest of his life on the severed floor?
Yeah.
Or are they going to hide? Are they going to run around and hide inside this building for the rest of their lives together? It's complete nonsense.
Shall we see if
What'd you think, Price?
Price can make any sense
Okay.
of this nonsense?
First of all, and I give myself a lot of credit here. I said that this was a yanking my chain show. The first season was good, but it really mattered what they did in the second one. And the second one, in my opinion, for the most part, has been a complete disaster. And I agree with Mega Geek and also with Professor that the final episode was probably better than a bunch of the previous ones that we had. The only problem is the final episode should be something that was built up, that you have this kind of emotional connection to it. And maybe when you see this final episode, you're like, okay, I'm really into this. But the problem is that all the previous episodes were so kind of lazy and poor that by the time you get to it, whatever emotional beats it's trying to get out of you, they just don't mean much. This is absolutely turned into a J.J. Abrams style lost production. It's the thing that I feared the most.
Oh no!
And that so quickly they shit the bed is surprising, because it seems clear that they actually have no idea what they're doing. They have no plan. They never knew what they were doing. And this season is an embarrassment. That's what I think.
But other than that, you like it, yes?
No, and I hate when they waste my time. I hate when I see that it's like a yank my chain show and I continue to watch like some kind of idiot for no apparent reason.
I can tell you're annoyed because normally you would laugh that remark off, and you're not playing, are you, this evening? You're really annoyed.
No, because I wasted all this time watching it. Price
is pissed off, everybody.
it annoys me that I don't like it when somebody doesn't have like an idea, they haven't fleshed it out, they don't know what they're doing, and they're just like, let's dangle. It's what's called carrot and the stick storytelling. They're like, and the final thing I'll say is that in this show, their tactic, how to keep you interested, is something that I call, isn't it weird? It's like, and let me explain the isn't it weird thing. It's like, isn't it weird that there's a goat? Isn't it weird that the Milchik is coming out with a band and they're dancing and doing weird things? Isn't it weird that that guy wanted to leave his innie, but now he's going to stay, and his wife wants to go out with the other innie? It's like everything's just like, and isn't it weird that Cobell lady shows up? Isn't it weird this? And it's like, no, it's not weird. Get to the point. Either tell the story or fuck off.
It's
Okay.
it's interesting because everything that happened in there didn't make any sense. Like, why go back to the Arquette character? Because we all know that she was the bad guy, and the sister knows it as well. There's loads of things that happened in it that just didn't make any sense to me. Like, for instance, when the guy quit, I can't remember his name, the roly-poly guy that was in love with his own wife.
It was a big
Yeah.
bone.
Yeah. When he left, when he said, I quit, why would the other outie make him go back? Because we established that he was jealous of him and
Don't
hated
know.
him. And so suddenly he's back again. Do you know what I mean? It's, I'm
He
totally
still
with
needs the
Price
money.
there. Yes, I'm saying
He just needs the
Okay.
money. That's
Yeah,
why
I-
he sent him back.
What I'm saying, I'm totally with Price here, right? They create situations where basically you're wondering, and they don't deliver it on the wonder. They just don't deliver on it. It's like what Professor says at the ending. They're running in slow motions down the corridor. Where are they going? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know they're doomed anyway.
Yeah, they're going to be captured.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
It's-
There was the whole, you did mention, I forgot to mention, the whole the band marching
Oh, that
band
was
thing that
so
came in.
annoying.
That it was clear that they were trying to recapture that feeling, that sort of weird, sort of mysterious
Weird.
feeling that you got in the first season during the music dance experience. Right when they come in and the lights are all flashing and they're playing music and dancing around. It was a very strange, bizarre scene, and it really set the vibe for the show in a lot of ways. They were trying to recreate that, except obviously they have to ratchet it up a little bit, right? It's got to be even bigger and weirder. So now what? They have an entire marching band that's severed. What? That's no sense at all. It's
Right.
ridiculous.
Okay. So season 2 marks out of 10. Ian. Hello.
Or not.
Oh, I give it a
He went
4 out of
critical
6,
mass.
Brown. Is it a 4 out of 6, Brown?
No, I think I'd have given it 3, don't you?
You'd give it. I give
Okay,
it a 3, Brown.
Okay,
Is
let's
it
guess.
50?
Okay, it'll come back in a minute. Let's guess. Okay, I think that Ian will probably give it 4. Price, what do you think?
I think it was shit, Brown. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10.
Prof?
Oh, he's gonna give it a 0 out of 10.
3 out of 10. That's my
Okay.
guess.
Michigan, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I did not hate this as much. There was a lot that I enjoyed about this season, but there was a lot that I did not like. But unfortunately, it's not going to get better than the whole season. Not going to get better than a 5 out of 10 for me. The first season was like a 9.5 out of 10.
Really?
Really
Really
well
good,
done.
yes.
Incredibly well told, well acted. All of the mysterious, strange stuff really paid off eventually. It really worked.
Right.
This season, they just, they did give you some answers to some stuff, but not enough. And they asked more questions than they answered. So, yeah.
Okay, we're finished with that. No
Wait, I didn't
spoilers
give my
discussed.
score.
Oh, okay, go on.
I gave Ian's. I said that he would give a 3 out of 10. I would give
Okay.
it a 4 out of 10.
Damn. I haven't seen it, but I'll give it 5.5 out of 10.
They could have fit the necessary, worthwhile parts of this season into like 4 episodes.
Here you go. Side of Feet legend in these parts, Wrenched. I haven't watched it. 2 out of 10. Ian, Ian,
yeah.
Ian,
Sorry.
hello.
Yeah,
We're
my
back.
internet's a bit weird.
Weird. Max
Weird.
out of 10 for
Um,
season for this.
for the actual season itself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's 3, I guess. Wasn't very good this
Who
season.
said
I think.
3? I said 4.
Oh, because this
No, I
season
said he
was-
would give a 3.
Price said 3, so he
Oh
gets
my god.
he gets the ring. Yeah.
I got
because-
the ring. I said he would give it a 3, and then I gave it a 4, and Professor gave it a 5.
Hello,
because
Vex.
this season had a lot of episodes that
Don't
just
spoil it for Vex.
dragged everything out.
Yeah.
So it was obvious that they didn't have enough writing to drag how many episodes, whatever it
Yeah.
was.
A lot.
So
The
I
ending-
just said, yeah, they could have fit the important, the worthwhile parts
Yes.
of this season into 4 episodes.
Yeah, and
Oh,
so,
dear.
but again, right, that scene that I said at the top of my review that pissed me off so much. Again, another weak man. Again, a woman beating up someone twice her size.
Well, it was Gwendolyn Christie.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
she's twice Mark's size.
That guy with the beard would have
Okay.
stepped on her. That guy with the beard would have stepped on her. I'm sorry. It's bollocks. Look. All he had to do, right, is basically put his fingers in his eyes when he was choking him. All he had to do was do something. Do you know what I mean? Why does that main character have to be
Don't
so
know.
bloody weak? It really pisses me off.
Here you go. Kaiser Soze. Hello, my friend. Don't listen to them, Vex. It's good.
I have a question, actually. My hand has been up here.
Hi, Vex.
Hi, guys. Hi. Okay. So, I really, really liked season 1.
Yeah,
It's the
good.
best thing that Apple has put out, in my opinion. Season 1.
Forget it.
Mhm.
If I want to continue loving
Forget it.
season 1 for the foreseeable future, should
Mm.
I avoid watching past season 1?
That would be your choice. But if knowing what I know now, I would never watch season 2.
Watch Banshee instead.
We are
I've
very
never-
likely getting a season 3, and my
It's-
guess is
it's
season
confirmed,
3 will
it's
be the
confirmed.
end of the
Yeah,
the
season
show.
3 was confirmed.
Yeah,
Nothing
it will be
has
the
been
end of the show.
explained.
Damn.
Nothing has been explained, right? They give us answers, but it could mean 10,000 things. Do you know what I mean? That's what pisses me off.
Okay.
So
Apart
you're
from-
saying that if I just want to experience true edging, I should watch season 2.
yeah, yeah.